Watch this. 5 emails, 5 people who interviewed with this recruiting agency months ago, all written and sent the moment a new role was entered into this sheet, and nobody ever typed a word of it. If you run a recruiting agency, the best candidate for the role you're working right now is probably in your own database. You just can't find them. So every time a role comes in, you go back out and source from scratch, paying again to meet people you already paid for. In the next 10 minutes, I'm building the thing that finds them. One part of this is easy to get wrong, and I'll flag it. Let's go ahead and see how this is going to shape out. So we're going to have a 2 workflow system for this one. The first one is we reaching out to candidates once a role is opened. So a new role gets added, we're going to read all of the past candidates, we're going to drop the ones that are already placed or have been marked do not contact. We're going to have Claude score them from 0 to 100. We're going to keep the top 5. Claude is then going to write us a personalized email to each one of them, send it to each one of them. And then we're also going to have a summary email that's sent out to the recruiter saying that we have a short list and these are the names of candidates that you might want to reach out to, or that we have already reached out to. It's also going to have an outreach log where it's going to log all of the sent emails too. The second workflow is for if a candidate replies to that outreach email. It's going to have Claude classify the reply, then update the log, add a note, and then it's going to alert the recruiter to call them now by sending them an email, or if they say they're not interested, we're going to mark them as do not contact. So we're back inside Claude Code. Remember, this is connected to my N8N MCP. I've just shot off this prompt that is going to help us build the first workflow that is going to identify the candidates that might be a good fit for the open role, and then we are going to send them an outreach email using this. As that workflow is getting built, I wanted to introduce you to the candidate CRM. So these are names of potential candidates. You'll see the last role they have interviewed for has been mentioned along with the interview date, their seniority, the core skills that they have, years of experience, etc. And one more important thing to note is whether they have been marked as do not contact as true. So you'll see there are a few that have been marked as do not contact. We also have their last contacted date, which is important because if we've already contacted them in the last month, we're gonna skip those candidates. I also have this outreach log that should get filled up once we test the first workflow, once it's ready. And lastly, we have the open roles sheet where you'll see the senior backend engineer role is the one that is currently open. And so these 3 sheets are the ones we're going to use as we start testing our first workflow. All right, so it is almost getting built. It's almost done. It says I have run the 7 nodes against the 20 row database. Okay, perfect. So it is done and ready for us. Let's look at N8N where this is built out for us. So we're going to run this manually. It's first going to get the open roles, and this is where it's pointing to. This is the open roles list, and what it's going to look for is whether the status for this role is open. You'll see right now the senior backend engineer role is open. Is then going to mark that role as reactivated, which is this particular column. Is then going to get all of the candidates, and these are the candidates we have available. If it finds that there are no eligible candidates, it's going to go down this true branch, is going to build a no match digest, which basically is gathering all the information to be then able to send to the recruiter and say, hey, there were no matches available. But if there are eligible candidates, going to go down this false branch, an AI agent is going to score all of the candidates, rank them, shortlist them, and if there are still no strong matches, it's going to go down the same route, build a no digest again, and send an email to the recruiter. But if we do have a few candidates that are strong matches, we're going to go into a loop where it's going to build an email prompt, and this AI agent is going to write an email, a personalized one, to each of those candidates and send it out to them. After that, we're going to append our outreach log, which is this particular sheet with all of the details. It's then going to update the last contacted sheet, which is this particular column in our candidates database. And then once the loop is complete, it's going to build a shortlist digest and send an email to the recruiter saying or listing out all of the candidates that were shortlisted and sent those emails to. Now comes the most important part, which is testing this workflow out. So let's go ahead and do that next. You'll see I've marked the senior backend engineer role as open. I'm going to mark the reactivation sent as false to test this out from scratch. If you look at the candidate database, they have certain salary expectations, and you'll see that the role also has a salary range, and it's going to take this into account when choosing candidates to send these emails to. You can see our outreach log is also empty. The other thing to notice is our last contacted date for a lot of these candidates are 1 month and prior, which means they are eligible for this reach out to happen to them. So now that our settings are in place, let's go ahead and start this workflow and see what happens. Building the second workflow now, this is the candidate reply handler. What if the candidate replies to that outreach email? Our second workflow is going to try to handle that. So I've shot this off. Let's see what happens and what Claude can build for us. Okay, so the candidate reply handler workflow is built and ready for us. Let's go take a look at this in N8N. This is what the workflow looks like. We're going to receive a reply from a candidate. We're going to go to the outreach log, which remember was looking like this, and we're going to match the email with the response that has come in for us to know who contacted us. We're then going to classify the reply and send it to a router. And this router is going to determine whether the reply that was sent falls into any of these 4 buckets. Are they interested? They need more information? Are they not interested? And did we get an out of office reply? Now, if we get an out of office, we're just going to leave everything as is and it's going to go to this branch. But for any of the other 3, we're going to log a reply on the outreach log. And then it's going to go to the alert me branch. If the alert me branch goes to be true, which means either are they interested or do they need more information, it's going to alert the recruiter by sending them an email. And if it doesn't fall into any of those 2, it's going to set the contact as do not contact because they either told us, or the only remaining option was they said do not contact me. So this is the workflow. Now let's go ahead and test this out. So I've opened up the email that Marcus got and I'm about to send a reply to see if this is going to trigger our second workflow. You'll see the message has been sent, and let's see if this is triggering our workflow. So it looks like the execution is complete. Now let's look at the email to see what the recruiter received. All right, so it says Marcus is interested. It's giving them details about the client, the role, the fit score, and 92, and the reason why. They said that they are available Tuesday morning and their full reply. Isn't this amazing? So this is a nice clean way for the recruiter to know everything that they need to then be able to take the next step of contacting this particular candidate. Here's the part nobody thinks about until it bites them. The scoring is the fun bit, but the thing that actually makes this safe to run is the filter that happens before any AI touches it. 3 rules. Never contact someone you placed, never contact someone marked as do not contact, never contact someone you emailed in the last 30 days. Skip the first one and you email a candidate you placed at a client 6 months ago about a shiny new job somewhere else. You just poached your own placement from your own client automatically at 3 in the morning. That's not an automation problem, that's a business problem. And the automation made it happen 5 times faster. So the rule I'd hold on to is this. In anything that reaches out to real people on your behalf, the exclusion list is the product. The AI is just the... So that's it. 1 row goes into the spreadsheet and 5 people you already met, already interviewed, already liked, get a real email about a role that actually fits them. And when one of them says yes, you know about it in under a minute instead of whenever someone checks their inbox next. The thing I'd take away from this isn't the automation. It's that most businesses are sitting on an asset they already paid for and never go back to. For an agency, it's old candidates. For you, it might be old leads, past clients, quotes that never got closed. If you want to see more bills like this one, real businesses, real workflows, start to finish, subscribe. That's genuinely all it takes. And if you know someone who's running an agency who's sourcing from scratch this week, send them this one. I'll see you in the next build.